is not intended for one hater, but all haters.
All right, everybody, I'm ready to rock and I am ready to talk, so let's get right into the action for another day. 4 picks for Major League Baseball, and we're going to start right off again with the San Francisco Giants. You got to love these guys, right? I love them tonight at -114 in New York to take on the Mets, and the Mets are an absolute disaster versus left-handed pitching, 27th in WRC plus over the last 2 weeks. They're taking on Alex Wood, a left-handed pitcher, 2.43 FIP on the month, so I do expect better results than his recent ERA might indicate. Carlos Carrasco getting after it there for the Mets, and a very ugly start to the Carlos Carrasco era in New York, an 8.82 ERA with a 5.68 FIP. Now, I don't necessarily expect them to be that bad, but I do think Wood can be better. And take a look at that back end, right? We discussed this yesterday when we picked the Giants. The Giants bullpen absolutely lights out, first in ERA and FIP over the last 2 weeks. So give me the San Francisco Giants. Next up, we're going out to the West Coast, and we're going to take the New York Yankees -109, taking on the Oakland Athletics. So I see small edges everywhere for the Yankees. You take a look at the hitting and bullpen numbers over the last 2 weeks. Yankees have the edge in both of those areas, and they also have the edge in starting pitching. Jameson Taillon on the mound for the Yanks. They are 10-1 in his last 11 starts. He has a 2.48 ERA in the span, and he has been especially sharp in the second half of the season here. A 1.99 ERA. His counterpart, James Kaprielian, he has a 4.05 ERA in the second half, so we'll give Taillon the edge there. And just two teams going in different directions, right? Yanks are streaking, A's are sliding, 11 straight wins for the Yankees, 2-8 slide for Oakland, so give me the Yankees -109. Once again, another pick we're going to go back to the well on. It's the LA Dodgers -128 in beautiful San Diego to take on the Padres. I like the Dodgers to get another W here after that 16-inning game last night. Max Scherzer on the mound for LA, and big shock, right? LA, the Dodgers have been fantastic when Scherzer has started for them. 4 starts in Dodger blue for Scherzer. They are 4-0 in those games. He has a 2.11 ERA with a 2.18 FIP. Darvish getting back after it, getting back on the mound for the Padres after some time on the DL. And I got to wonder, is this guy fixed, right? Because he's coming into this game on an awful stretch prior to his trip to the DL. A 7.13 ERA since the start of July. That spans 7 starts. So I give the Dodgers the starting pitching edge. I give them the hitting and bullpen advantage as well. And this is kind of like a fade of the Padres hitting. We discussed this yesterday. What are you guys doing? You're ice cold at the wrong time of the season. They are dead last in WRC plus over the last 2 weeks. And we take a look at bullpen ERA over the last 2 weeks. Second versus 22nd in favor of the Dodgers. So give me LA -128. And we will bring things right back over to the East Coast, and we're going to wrap things up with a team total. I'm going to take the Marlins over 3.5 coming in at -120. They got the Nationals in town, and Patrick Corbin is on the mound for the Nats, and this guy has just completely mailed it in my opinion. The opponent has scored at least 4 runs in 8 of his last 9 starts. He has a 6.62 ERA in that span with a 6.07 FIP. He's allowed 4 or more earned runs himself in 7 of those 9 starts. And what do you know here? The Marlins, pretty good numbers versus left-handed pitching here lately. 3rd in WRC plus over the last 2 weeks versus lefties. And big shock of the day. The Nationals bullpen is struggling, ladies and gentlemen. They are complete and utter disgrace. What's a team bus? Just picking up guys at the bar and giving them a chance to throw out of the bullpen here lately? Because they stink. They are last in FIP with a 5.49 ERA over the last 2 weeks. So I like the Marlins to score at least 4 runs in that one at home, -120. Not too bad. So there you have it, my 4 favorite picks of the night for Major League Baseball. Hit up that comment section right down there. Give me your best bets. Give me a little bit of a breakdown. Give me a like if you like the video, a dislike if you don't like it for whatever reason. The choice, quite simply, is yours. Good luck to you tonight, unless you're fading my picks. God damn it! And as always, keep chasing that paper. Woo!
I've been out on these streets since I was 15 and still pushing. Haters.
Haters make you famous.
I'm a one-man